All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining today. Today's soap session is going to be going over just some programming ideas you all can implement within your student organizations. So, this is coming out of the student organization support team, and it's a team of four of us. So, we have Mallory Bayan, who's the assistant director for student organizations, fraternity and sorority life, in the Terry program. We have Travaris, he is on the call right now. And then we have Joanna, who is one of the other interns, and then myself, Adriana. I'm one of the two student organization support interns. So this is one of the ways that we all get to connect with you and support you all. So we host office hours that's open to all organization members and advisors. So we hold these sessions via Zoom, and you don't have to schedule an appointment with us unless our times don't fit with you. You can email us, and we can definitely set something up. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find us on there. We have different times to hopefully, accommodate to different schedules. And so we have the meeting ID and the passcode there. Feel free to, take a picture, but we do have all this information on our website and the Zoom link on the SOS section of the SELC website. All right, and well, just a quick little overview. So, we'll just be going over some ideas for programs. So, things like for your meetings, planning socials, setting up community service, how you all can promote these events, and uploading them onto MindTracker. So, getting us started with meeting ideas. So, the best thing to do when you're hosting meetings, whatever kind they are, is to have a purpose and stick to the times. So if it's a general meeting, so let's say it's all of your student organization members, get creative. You know, we're already all on Zoom so often throughout the week, so you definitely want to make sure you're making the most of your members' times. So these could be things like hosting every so often professional development opportunities. Because we are remote, it's giving us so much more opportunity to connect with people that aren't even in El Paso. So, asking your members, what can we best provide to you? And then, running with it from there. Maybe you start off the meeting, or you make this like the second half of your meeting where you host or you hold team builders or icebreakers. So, making it fun, even if it is another hour that your members are having to spend at a screen. Again, this and all of these, I'll give some ideas of some team builders and icebreakers and some other activities you can do, but um, the internet is going to be your best friend if you're looking for ideas, because it just takes a quick Google search, and there are so many blogs, posts, all sorts of things and ideas you all can do at your meetings. And again, and this goes for any kind of event you host, make sure you're mindful of people's times, more so now that we are virtual. You want to make sure that you're always sending out the anticipated start and end times so people can make those notes in their calendars, they can plan for it. Do your best to try to start on time. Just being mindful of people's schedules. If you said you're going to start at a time, do your best to try to stick to that. And do your best not to keep people too long afterwards, because people's time, especially right now that we're virtual, it's so valuable. And just because we are doing everything from home doesn't mean that we suddenly have a lot more time than we would if we were in person. And make sure that you plan them out. You want to have those talks with your officer boards. If it's going to be several people presenting, you want to make sure you're all on the same page. And if for whatever reason someone's Wi-Fi goes out, you're having Zoom problems, which it's super common to do nowadays, you want to make sure that someone can jump in and easily take over, just to keep things moving along. And it also looks really professional too if you have more than one person that can easily chime in. All right, so just a few activities to make meetings a little more fun. So, there is one activity kind of called Find the Link. So, you're finding a way to connect your members by spiraling. So, you can say, maybe you tell, if you're a freshman, come to this meeting with your favorite food in mind. Then you can tell the sophomores, come to this meeting with your favorite color. And then you find a way to connect, like on here, pizza to blue. And it's a little bit easier, and you can use Wikipedia for this to, you start on a Wikipedia page for pizza, And then you click on all the mini links within that pizza article to find a way to get to a Wikipedia article on Blue. I saw this on like on an Instagram post just going through my feeds, and I thought that was so creative, you know. Um, it's a funny way of showing your members that you're all connected, even if it's doing through something silly like connecting you all by Wikipedia pages. You can do front cover news, so each member prepares a front cover story about themselves, and maybe that's how you start all of your meetings. You know, you can prepare like a weekly issue of all the different things your members have been up to, or maybe have hobbies that they've picked up. You know, just to give them the chance to be recognized. And again, it goes into just feeling connected to the organization and knowing that you all care about them. Same thing, you can do movie trailers. You can make this like a game night or like a social in which each member makes a mini trailer about their life. You can play it before each meeting, or again, you could have a whole night and maybe you rate them and have a little competition out of it. And if you wanted to maybe have something fun to close out your meetings, you can incentivize them to get to stay for them or have them stay till the end. So maybe they get like a small gift card or some kind of participation credit for doing so. You can do Jeopardy, you can do escape rooms, and you know, with Jeopardy, there's websites that already have these established for you. And with escape rooms, right? You can easily make them on Google Forms, and it's just like a little quiz, and you know, they can't move forward until they get the right answer. And you can definitely utilize breakout rooms for this, especially using the escape rooms. You can say the first team to win gets this prize. And you know, it's best if you're using breakout rooms and shuffling them. That way people who are friends don't necessarily end up together and you might leave a meeting having met someone new. All right, so that wraps up meeting ideas. And I know some of those are, you know, you can do them at your general meetings and then they can also be converted into joining a bigger social night. And what's great about some of these is that they're super easy to switch over for in person activities when that time does come. So, with socials, it's super easy to plan these. It's as simple as setting up a Zoom call to catch up, maybe do like a mental health check in, or, you know, creating those games that are just as fun and meaningful over Zoom. So, creating a quick PowerPoint presentation about a scavenger hunt. So, you display prompts like, show something on the screen that has or starts with the same letter of your first name. And just going through it, making a bunch of slides of different prompts. Maybe you set a timer so people have to go run, find it, or you know they have to only do things that are on their desks. You can never go wrong with the good Kahoot. I think we're all very familiar with Kahoot by now, but it's always fun just to have that little bit of friendly competition. Same goes for Jeopardy. Like I said, you can make these on PowerPoints. I know there's templates out there, but there is a website called Jeopardy Labs that has a bunch of Jeopardies already pre created or that other people have created that you all can use, or you can customize it. So I know in one organization that I'm in, we customized it to be stuff about the history of our organization. So each category fit or related to something about our history, and then obviously each question related to that one category. You would be surprised on the next one that charades can be a lot of fun over Zoom. And obviously, it just requires that everyone has their cameras on, everyone stays muted, unless, you know, they're the ones that are going to be answering and trying to figure it out. You can play one version of Pictionary. I put the website there for you all. That website is so much fun. I personally used it with my friends on some game nights that we planned, and you know, the person drawing has to obviously draw it out, and the you all have like a chat feature where you have to type in the word as fast as you can. Obviously, the faster you respond, the higher score you do, and you can stay on Zoom in that way. You know, maybe have like a split screen of Zoom on one side and then the Pictionary on the other side, just so you all can see each other while you're drawing too. And lastly, and I'm sure we've all done at least one of these in the time that we've been remote, doing a Netflix watch party. Netflix has been releasing a lot of new stuff lately. And even though it is just utilizing a chat feature when you all are watching it together, it's still super fun to be able to live react to movies together. And, in whatever you do, just make sure you're making it fun, having it be and act as a nice break, distraction from the day, from the work week, because you never know how important these socials are to some people. This is their chance of making new friends. And yeah, you just want to make sure that you're making the most of their time. And obviously, this is not an all inclusive list. There's a bunch of websites that could give you so many more ideas, probably so many more creative ideas too. But again, it's just a matter of taking that time to research and see what's going to work best for your members. And also being willing to ask them directly, what kind of socials would you want to do? What kind of activities do you find fun? And, just working your way from there. All right, next, just jumping on over into some community service ideas. So, you'd be surprised that, you can still definitely help and staying helping locally, um, virtually. So, you can do drives for the UTEP Food Pantry, and they have donations that you can donate on the pickaproject.com website. You can write and become pen pals with people who are living in senior care centers and facilities, or for healthcare workers. So, just reaching out to different, centers, facilities, or hospitals, seeing who would be willing to work with you all, because that's something that, your members can easily type something up, email it to you, and then you probably compile them all into one PDF and then you send them over. And it's just a small, like a random little act of kindness that will bring smiles to these people who are being greatly affected by everything that's currently going on. um, you know Obviously there's probably so many more you can do. I have one article right there from Do Something, where it gives you 9 places you can volunteer online. And I know one of them is, translating books from one language to another. So that's great if you have those people who are bilingual, who speak more than one language. I know another one is, you can easily, I just let someone in. I saw another one in which you record yourself reading books, just reading, and it's just so that kids can hear someone read a book. So you might find, if you have any popular, children's books lying around, that may be something you all can do. And it's a children's book, so you can expect that it would take probably no more than 10 minutes to do. Um, and it's just a matter of, again, like all the other ideas, just taking the time to search and find causes that line up with what you all are trying to achieve. And when it comes to promoting your events, if you're planning to host events that are open to more than just your members, share it on social media. Incentivize your members to share it too, so that more people are hearing about it. Tell your members to tell your friends. So, if it's like, maybe you're hosting like a big movie night and you just want to connect with some more people, definitely posting it onto MindTracker and making it visible for students and staff on MindTracker, so that all the students, all the faculty that go to UTEP can find your event easily. And if it's a really big event, please feel free to tag the at UTEP SELC, and we can see if we can share it on our platforms too, to help you all get greater attendance at your events. If you all are needing like a kind of like a how-to or a walkthrough on how you submit events on MindTracker, we do have MindTracker 101, and Joanna oversees these, and she goes over exactly how to submit event requests. So, and those are recorded and on YouTube as well. So if you ever have any questions, or you're just having any kind of difficulty, I definitely recommend for you all to go view those. And with that being said, the SOS team is always here for any problems or support. We provide these programs, but we're always just here to help you all for any kind of questions you may have via our email, and also just hopping on to our office hours. And just like you joined this virtual program, if you're wanting to look for more virtual events to join, check out our Minors on Monitors website and staying up to date with those, because every week there's something new for you all to do. So if you have that that energy, that motivation to join and stay with us on Zoom for one additional hour outside of your already busy schedules, um, we have a lot of programs that would make it all the worth it. So we do have pretty much a whole semester still of more SOAP sessions to come. So in about 3 weeks, we have our next one on the 24th, just sharing effective tips for student organization leadership. On the next day, the 25th, we have another and the next one of our Dave Kelly workshops. And he's just been going over secrets of motivation and delegating authority. And the last one, in which I'll be actually bringing in the leadership interns from the Student Engagement and Leadership Center to do a big leadership workshop. So we'll be doing things like going over leadership styles, taking leadership quizzes, and just learning a little bit more about ourselves, our styles, and how we can best work with our type of leadership. And like I mentioned, right now we do have another program ongoing, which is Mind Tracker 101. So these are just more detailed sessions on the different tools that Mind Tracker has. So on March 10th, so next Wednesday, we have roster organization and management. And on the 23rd, just going over tracking attendance for events. So, and you can see we do have a couple more this semester on different things. And all SOAP sessions and Mind Tracker 101 sessions are uploaded onto YouTube. So, if you have other members that are wanting to learn, wanting to view the videos at a later date, they can definitely go onto our YouTube and view those. All right, and that kind of closes out this presentation. Our 30-minute sessions are usually a lot shorter. They're more, kind of like a pop-up feel to them. So if you all don't mind, we have the assessment link in the chat. And this just helps us plan our future sessions, kind of take your all's feedback, topic ideas, so that we can implement them into future sessions and make these sessions exactly what you're wanting to learn about. Yes, so Travaris put it in the chat right now. So it takes definitely less than 5 minutes to do, and it is extremely appreciated if you all would just take that time to fill that out for us. All right, and like I've mentioned, you can definitely find us online at UTEP SCLC. With this, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you're trying to find our YouTube account, it's UTEP Student Engagement Leadership Center.
I have a question.
Yeah, of course. Give me 1 second.
Okay.